like it's time to give you guys the tour. You're here for the drama. You're here to know why she moved yards, why has there been no talk of this before. I feel like my content is about to hit like a whole new level. Come on, Princess Girlie, you can go back out again if it stops raining in a second. Oh, bless them. As I'm sure you can tell by the background and location behind me, and of course the title of today's video, we have a little bit of catching up to do. If you have read the title, it will come as no surprise to you that I have indeed moved yards. And honestly, before you watch this video, this is such a good thing, and I really hope you can understand my reasonings behind it and, you know, the reasons as to why I have moved. Now, if you're new here, you may not know that I have two beautiful ponies. Well, actually two beautiful Welsh cobs. I have a Welsh Section C stallion called Ringo, who I have owned for the last 16 years, and also a new addition, well, I say new addition, last April or May time, last spring, I didn't need to buy, but I did buy, a beautiful Welsh Section D mare called Truly Scrumptious, who is palomino and beautiful and gorgeous, and both the ponies and myself have moved yards. I'm not going to put a complete number on this, but I'm assuming at least over 50% of you have clicked on this video to find out the tea. You're here for the drama. You're here to know why she moved yards, why has there been no talk of this before, and it's, you know, all of a sudden. Now, obviously, when things happen on YouTube, I think it's better to keep things a bit of a surprise and not chat about them beforehand because, you know, it does leave a little bit of suspense, and obviously it does mean that you ended up clicking on this video. But I am going to disappoint you a little bit because there is no tea, there is no drama, and I was at an amazing yard beforehand. For the last 2 years, I loved every single second at Blackwater. It's just, so basically, I kind of feel like I'm jumping ahead and then jumping backwards and whichever and whatever. I'm a little tiny bit hungover this morning, so my brain isn't quite operating the way that it should be. But I think I'll tell you why and where I've moved to, and then the reasonings behind why. It might make more sense. I'm hoping it does anyway. I have moved to a nearly private yard here in the New Forest. It is a 4.5-minute drive from my house, so it is literally a stone throw away. You'll see in a second as I do the little yard tour how beautiful, quaint and peaceful it is here. It really, really is just genuinely so picturesque, and it's just so gorgeous. And this here is assisted DIY, but it is as assisted as I want. So for example, if I've got an event on for the day and or I can't come for a morning or an afternoon, there is always somebody here to help me. If I go on holiday, I've got full-time cover. So in that sense as well, it's brilliant. But I feel like I've missed doing my horses myself. I've been in livery for 5 years now, and my experience at Blackwater was probably as good of an experience as you're ever going to find in livery. Everybody was lovely. I've met friends for life. I just feel like I missed having the freedom and the control of my own horses. And I think that comes from a very, very privileged perspective as to, you know, I did my ponies from home for such a long time, for so many years. I hit the age of 16 nearly 10 years ago, which is kind of scary to say. And I didn't go off the rails, but I kind of went away from the horses and thought, actually, there's a life outside of horses, because I'd literally done horses from, well, while I was still in my mum's tummy up until the age of 16, religiously, you know, every single day, twice a day, competing every single weekend. And I got to 16 and thought, well, a little bit overwhelmed. I feel like I need to go and experience different things. So I was at the parties and doing whatever at the weekend, and Ringo was at home, kind of not doing very much. And then going into livery 2 years after having 2 years away from horses was probably the biggest blessing to me ever, because it got my love for horses back again. You know, I had the glamorous side of horses. I wasn't doing the mucking out and all that kind of stuff, and that really suited my life for that chunk of time. The social aspect of it as well. I love the social aspect of being in full livery, and as I said, over the years, I've met friends for life being in livery, and I genuinely mean that and genuinely stand by that. Being older now and being in a position where I can manage my time more, and especially having a young horse that's coming in to be broken next year, I feel like I miss not just the freedom and the control of doing what I want with my horses, but I also do miss the bond and the partnership that is so different. Like, yes, I've still got an amazing partnership and bond with Ringo, as I'm sure you guys can see through the camera through all my videos, but it is so different when you're doing them yourself every day to going up a few days a week. So I was only going up a few days a week beforehand, because on a good day, it's an hour of travelling between. So, you know, half an hour there, half an hour back. On a bad day, I was sometimes taking 3.5 hours out of my day travel time. Every time I took a trip out, it was up and down the motorway, and it's on a motorway going down towards the beach. So you can imagine the traffic in the summer, not quite the best. So in terms of that as well, I'm saving that time, and that time is what I'm doing my morning routine here in as well. So I think in that sense, it does make sense. so not with it today. So yeah, I mean, there is no tea, there is no drama. I can just do my ponies myself again, and you'll see at the tail end of this video I actually filmed, so yesterday morning, so the horses have actually been here for a couple of days, and yesterday morning was my first morning doing both of them here, completely on my own, also in the pouring rain as well, and I did just film that for you guys for the end of this video before, so I'll do my little yard tour and then you guys can see that afterwards. But so far they've both settled so well. So Ringo moved here on Thursday, Trudy moved here on Friday mid-morning, and then yesterday was Saturday. So yesterday was like the first day where both of them were here first thing in the morning. I got up here for about 7 and I kind of finished the routine by about 10, half 10. So I feel like the more I do it, it's going to shorten it as well. And because I did already have plans yesterday afternoon, I was very, very lucky to not have to come and do them last night, and have a little bit more of a lie-in this morning. So yeah, I'm here this afternoon to do this afternoon jobs and obviously ride, etc, etc. But both ponies, since being here for, well, for a few hours, had just completely settled. Ringo obviously is used to travelling around. Obviously, you know, I've had him for 16 years, so we've moved homes a few times. He's been to 3 livery yards, I think, in the last 5 years, something like that. So he's quite used to kind of being around and whatever, but Trudy only being 2, and like her first proper time other than the time when I first collected her in the lorry, I mean, it was 45 minutes in the lorry, bless her heart. She's just, I feel like I'm just really blessed to have two such really good ponies. She was a little bit sweaty when she came off the lorry, and like she was like quivering a little bit, but she's just completely settled. She's in the field now, and the first time I turned her out, I actually turned her out about an hour after we arrived, actually, just to have a bit of a leg stretch. I was expecting a bit of a Houdini. I was expecting some Welsh cob moments. I mean, her head went straight to the grass, and I still don't think she's, sorry, I'm just watching my dogs in the corner, because that's another amazing thing, is my dogs can come out with me as well now, so they're just like consistently doing zoomies all the way past me. But yeah, I was expecting her to be a little bit crazy, and she was the complete opposite of crazy. So she's really settled, he's really settled. I'm going to show you guys the field situation in a second, because we're just kind of working out what is best to do per pony. So we're just, at the moment they're sharing a field in front of the stables while they settle, and we can all keep an eye on them, etc. But there's fields over that side, which I'll show you guys in a second too. So here, it's my 2 ponies, and then the lovely lady that owns this property, she has 2, oh God, literally can't get my words out, 2 of her own horses. So there's just the 4 of us here, and we're 4 horses here, and it's so peaceful. As you can hear, there's no background noise. It's incredible. And when I say it's on the New Forest, there is a gate behind me, behind the arena here, and it is the New Forest. There is no roadwork for hacking. There's not even like a gravel track. Like, you walk out and you're on green grass. It is, the location is, I mean, I am genuinely the luckiest person, I think, in the world right now, and for that reason alone I really hope that you guys are watching this right now kind of understanding my reason to move, and I really, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's such a stressful thing. That's somebody hacking past, you can hear Ringo maybe. It's such a stressful thing, moving horses. Oh my God, I feel like I haven't slept in a week. Just the fear of, are they going to settle? Is it going to be the right decision? Am I making the right choices? Oh, it's been a bit of a stressful week, hence why I've kind of left it a few days before filming, because I have looked like a thumb. I have not looked presentable. I've been top to toe in hay and sorting out what I'm going to be feeding them, and, you know, not to say learning to muck out again, but, you know, getting into a routine of mucking out again, and all these different things. It does take time when you haven't done it in such a long time. It does kind of take time to like get back into routine again. So yeah, that's why I have kind of left it a few days, just to let everything settle down and kind of give myself 10 minutes to kind of brush my hair, pop a bit of mascara on, and come and chat to you guys. But I genuinely think I have made a really, really good move here. I think I feel like I've nailed life this week. Like, I feel like this is such a good move for both me and the ponies. And as I said, you know, with Trudy coming into work next year, this is the most peaceful atmosphere ever. We've got so many dressage trainers around us, and so many people that do breaking around us as well. I'm allowed whoever I want here at the yard to train me, and help me, and also as well doing her myself every single day. We're just going to have the biggest and best partnership and bond, so that she is completely entrusting in me when it does come to her backing and breaking at the tail end of next year. So it's like a breath of fresh air. I feel like I can, you know, now telling you guys, it's so difficult. I've got so many photos on my phone. I've been wanting to put them in my story, and I wanted to tell you guys before there's any sort of, you know, confusion or what's the word, like Chinese whispers, but another word for that. You know what I mean? Oh, it's getting windy now. I feel like it might rain. So on that note, guys, I am going to stop my huge waffle. I feel like I've been talking for a long time. But yeah, I hope you can get on board with this move, and I'm going to switch you over to my other camera now, and we're going to go and do a little bit of a yard tour before you see my first morning yesterday morning in the pouring rain doing my horses for the first time. Ah, sunshine again. Lovely. So let's crack on with today's video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll have none of this. Bridget's not so used to horses. She's getting very jealous at them being so close to her mummy. Aren't you, darling? Okay guys, so camera switch is upon us. And I feel like it's time to give you guys the tour. So, shall we start with stables first? I think that might be quite a nice idea. Oh no, it's gonna rain. It's been so nice. I feel like this is just a shower though. I hope it's just a shower. Honestly, British weather. Well, British summertime, actually. Okay, this is angle 1 of stables. Here's Dingo. Dingo is at the end here. And then I'll show you guys the opposite side around in a second, because it really is. Okay, so this is a gorgeous look of the outside of the stables. They are so, so beautiful. But there's also like an inside barn as well, which I'll show you guys in a second. So we don't actually take them out of these doors, but they are just so, so beautiful. Here is, of course, Mr. Handsome, Mr. Gorgeous. And not that he should actually have a Swedish rug on right now, because when I say the heavens have literally just opened, as we can see, it's really not so great. That cloud is just not. Thank you. Do you want to come in now? It's raining, darling. Let me get her coat on. So should I grab her in, and then I wanted to ride. Get her in, I think, for a second. She's like, I want to come in now, it's raining. Okay guys, BRB. Come on, princess girlie. You can go back out again if it stops raining in a second. Do you want to come in? You do? Come on then, princess poppet. Oh, you're a little bit muddy. You're a little bit muddy, baby. You had a good day outside. You had a good day playing. Is it going to stop? You can go straight back out again if it does. You can. Use up all your energy. You're nice and dirty, darling. You are. You're really dirty. Come on. Come pacify your brother. Come on, mummy's princess. Oh, it's a great British summer. Big step. There we go. Oh. Dingo. Okay, we try again. So, this here is truly stable. So she's box number 3, he's box number 5. So at the moment there is a box in between them. He's like, I want all the attention. And I guess I need to show them truly. You can't be prime attention all the time. You can't. No, we know. We know. I'm a good boy. I'm best boy. You are the best boy. Okay, so Trudy is a little bit dirty because she's just come out from the field. But this here is her little stable. Hi, baby. So, as we can see at the moment, she is a little bit on the slimmer side, I would say, especially for my liking. At the moment, I'm really just working on her weight. And at the tail end of this video, you actually see what I'm feeding the ponies at the second. And that's another reason, you know, it's just really nice being in control of what they're both eating now, and controlling, you know, their weights and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just taking full responsibility for them in that sense. Here's like a closer look of the stables from the inside. So we do actually have swallows here up until September. So there is a little bit of swallow poo, but they're all so cute and they all live in the like rafters up the top. It is very, very cute, but it does mean that there's a lot of white bird poo everywhere. But I will walk you guys around now and have a little look at the inside of the stables. So yeah, let's go on through. Okie dokie karaoke. So this is the barn inside. So rustic, so gorgeous, so just beautiful. Like this is like old, it kind of gives like old money equestrian, which I love. So this is little Dingo's corner down here. He's got all of his summer rugs hung up there. Trudy's stable over here. Hi, princess. Hello. You a little bit soggy and damp. She's been out all day, bless her, so she'll be nice and tired and have used up all of her energy. I'm going to try and ride him in a second if the weather out there decides to stop tipping it down. Definitely got my intro in at the right time. And then all of her little summer rugs and bits and pieces are all over here as well. So we've got white rug hanging and drying up over there. And it is just so beautiful. It's so, as I said earlier, it's so quaint, it's so quiet. Oh, there's little sparrows up there. They are so cute. They kind of nest above Ringo's stable. Can you see them? They're so cute. But it's just so peaceful here. I feel like my content is about to hit like a whole new level. But there was never any issues with me filming content or taking photos or whatever beforehand, but I do just feel as like I'm somebody that I've got quite a conscience, and I would never like to feel like anybody feels like I'm interfering with cameras out, or feeling awkward or shy, or worrying about what they're saying or doing or whatever. So I never really kind of overly filmed there before. So I've never really like overly filmed in livery, just to be respectful before of other people's privacies and all that kind of jazz. So here I have the freedom to do whichever and whatever I want. So there is going to be some cinematic masterpieces coming soon. I'm going to try next week to film a summer morning routine, quite similar to the one that I filmed at Forest Oaks a couple of years ago actually. And I'm going to get Tamsin to come up and help me as well with the filming, and have everything on the gimbal, and have it like beautiful and smooth and all of that jazz. So yeah, prepare for some good content. You've got the sparrows as your friends now. Thank you, that was a big kiss. Nice and sloppy on the chin. Great. Love a sloppy kiss. Got loads of hay. You do have loads of hay left. I'm going to refill your hay nets in a minute for your dinner. No, we will. Oh, okay. Big camera here. For privacy reasons, I'm not going to show you like the tack room or things like that. But I think next point of call is going to be showing you guys around the fields and the arena and all that kind of jazz. So let's go. So you'd have seen part of Trudy's field a second ago, so I'm going to give you a bit of a look around. And at the moment they're field sharing while we're organising what happens over the other side, which I'll show you guys in a second. So this is their field that they're sharing at the second for the next couple of days, and then this will just be primarily Ringo's field. So let me turn you around. Okay, so you come out with the barn doors in there, and then we have a little walk around, and we come to this gorgeous, gorgeous gate which backs onto the most beautiful garden you've ever seen in all of your life. And then this is, oh, lovely noise, Bridget. This is their field, and that hill behind is indeed the New Forest. So, I mean, what a view. It really genuinely is incredible. This paddock is completely electric fence, but we are just going to pop some poles in that side as well. I mean, both my ponies are really respectful of the electric, and this is like zappy zappy. I can hear it doing its zappy zappy thing right now. So neither of them have, even gone to touch it, but we're going to pop some of this all the way along there. And I think the cutest thing is this little reading corner. So on a sunny day, please England, a sunny day please, I'm going to bring my laptop or my Kindle or whatever, and just sit in the field and chill with my ponies on this, under this little tree. I just think it's just so quaint and so gorgeous, and I keep saying that, but it really, really is. So this is obviously the end of the fence line, but there is another fence behind it which separates us from the New Forest. Hence why Ringo's in here, because he will be super safe in here anyway, because the New Forest isn't until the opposite side of that. And I feel like this side of the New Forest, like this little path behind us, very rarely gets the New Forest ponies come up behind anyway, so we are kind of pretty safe here. But yeah, here is a look from this side. Those metal railings are going down as well. That was because this field was a two-way field, but I really want Ringo that close to the stables just in case. I can hear he's super, super safe, so they can all come down, and that will look a little bit more, and the aesthetics will all look a little bit better from then as well. And then I'm not going to go through the electric because I don't fancy being shocked. Oh, it's going to be sunny now, so I'm going to turn it truly back out again. Oh my goodness, hang on. Bridget's did have the zoomies. Every time I turn the camera around, she stops having the zoomies. Oh, we're going to roll in something delicious now. Another little reading corner and work corner outside. There's also a gorgeous table in the kitchen and tack room as well, which is so lovely. And before I stop, and ignoring my very odd socks, these Ariat boots, I'm going to leave them linked for you guys. I have not taken these off in, well, days, and they were brand new the first day I wore them, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to get, blisters and whatever. No working in, whichever. These are just absolutely fantastic. So, let me show you the arena. You would have seen part of it, obviously, in the introduction, but arena gates, and this is the beautiful, beautiful riding arena. I mean, how stunning is this as well? And, you know, being a dressage girly, having show jumps in the arena all the time, you know, I couldn't do like lots of circles or like practice in my like leg yielding and things like that as much as I'd like to. So here we can absolutely up our dressage training and up all the fancy movements and schooling and whatever. There are some little jumps in the corner if ever I want to do some free jumping or some loose schooling and or just pop across pole on my ones as well. So now I'm going to show you guys around to the field. So for now my little lorry's in here, but it's going to be moving soon once we've got some hard standing down a little bit out the way. So we go through these gates. I'm hoping this camera doesn't die. It's got like 10% on it because I forgot it here yesterday morning. So I didn't have time to charge it up last night, which is fine. Come on then, come on across the field. You haven't been over here yet, girls. So this will be eventually where Trudy's fields are. And if we can make it stallion proof enough over here, because it is quite close to the forest, and obviously when they are over here then nobody's got an eye on them, but I'm going to be getting cameras as well. Even Dingo might be able to go over here and have like a bit of a spare field, but for now he's super safe in here and he can have a hay net in the winter when he's out in his field. So we then go through this little walkway and we keep going. And so this is the gate I was saying that literally is the New Forest. So to get to the field you have to walk like 3 strides on the forest completely. In terms of location for hacking and all of those amazing things, this here is the New Forest. So there is absolutely no roadwork at all, and when I said I feel like the luckiest person in the whole entire world to be at this yard, I absolutely mean it. So this here is the New Forest up until this gate where we then reach our fields. So let's go on in and I'll give you a little tour in here. So this first field, the electric comes across as a bit of a gateway. Come on girlies, quick! They're having the time of their life here at the moment. They go home and they don't move a muscle, they're so tired by the end. So yeah, this is field 1. And there's a field shelter in there. I am going to pop a string of tape across, electric across, because that's barbed wire. But this side's all electric, and obviously there's, as I say, there's like another big gap between this fence and the next fence that then abuts the New Forest. So again, it's still super safe. And then this is the second field. Now the second field is a huge field, and it goes around in an L all the way to that bottom corner over there. And this could easily be 2 fields, and I feel like we're going to have a bit of a rotation going on. So if we do make this, you know, kind of all the way down here and this side into 1 field, and then that over there is a second smaller paddock, still a big paddock but smaller to this one here, then we can always have 1 resting for grass at a time, which I think is a really good idea. I mean, you could probably even get about 3 fields in here, but it is quite nice then to have a bit of a canter around and sort them and have a little bit of a leg stretch. And then this is probably going to be Trudy's main field, I think, over here, purely because I just feel like for her being a 2-year-old and settling, and just making sure that I know that she is 100% safe, she is going to be in here. So we're going to, there's electric obviously on one side, but I'm going to electric it all the way through here too. And again, it's a really nice sized paddock, but again, she can kind of go anywhere she wants to, really. I think we are just going to be swapping and changing around. But the lovely lady's 2 horses are going to be coming out here as well, so that she's got people next to her basically. So we're just working out where they're going to go, as they don't need as much grass, and this over here has been rested for quite a while, so there's quite a lot of grass. So we're just going to work out what and where is best, and it's been tipping it down, so it's not been the best day to sort, you know, it's not been the best few days to sort out fields, hence why they're both showing a field at the second. So it won't be long until she has her own little field and is over here and settling, but for the second we can keep an eye on them both over there, and just for the temp, it's working out really well. So yeah, I feel like my camera is about to die, so I'm going to go and ride. I'm now going to pop on the first morning doing my horses myself yesterday in the rain, so you can have a little watch of that. It's my first time rocking out, other than Ringo the day before, in quite some time, and so don't judge. And I'm going to be showing you guys how and what I'm feeding the horses, and all of that kind of jazz in the dark and in the rain. So yeah, I'm going to love you guys and leave you today because my SD card is saying it's got 2 minutes left and I'm on 2% camera battery, which is not so great. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of mini yard tour. I've given you like the basis tour of the yard, and it's just beautiful. It's so peaceful. It's just bliss, and I'm so looking forward to this next chapter of my life and my horse's life and our kind of life together, and all of the in between. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and enjoy the next part of this video. excusing the whole eye mask situation this morning. We're excusing everything this morning. This is my first morning doing my ponies myself in 10 years. How old am I? 25? Left home at 16, 17. 8 or 9 years then. Okay. It is 6 o'clock in the morning and I've just put the kettle on. The heavens outside have completely opened. It is tipping it down today. And this is the first morning of me doing my ponies on my own for a very long time. I am assuming I have done a completely different intro to this, explaining my yard move, giving you a tour, probably in the sunshine. But today it's Saturday morning and this is British summertime. So Ringo actually arrived at the yard 2 days ago, so I did him myself yesterday morning, but truly I went and grabbed yesterday. So this is like my first full day doing my pony. But I'm only going to be showing you guys this morning because I am going out this afternoon. Are we going to sort this whole situation out this morning? Probably not. I got home at just after 6:45 yesterday morning and I got home at just after 7, so I was absolutely exhausted. A cup of tea time, skincare time, throw on some clothes I don't mind getting covered in hay, and let's head to the yard. Well, we're here. The doggos are all here as well this morning. It's taken us 5 minutes to get here. The heavens, as I say, are open. I'm looking obviously my most beautiful that I've ever looked on YouTube, but let's go and say good morning to the horses. Morning, Truly. How did you sleep on your first night, Princess? You had your breakfast this morning. Was breakfast yummy? It was. Hi, my baby. We're a little bit zoomed in, True. Oh, no, we're not. Bridget is busy traumatising the horses, but they luckily don't care. She just likes to bark at you, doesn't she? Hi, baby. You've still got loads of hay left. That's good. Hi. It's a little bit wet. You've got to go out now in this. Yeah, and your New Zealand is not here yet. No. Yeah, I'd make that sound as well if I had to go out in the rain. So future me should have already told you guys this, but ahead of us is Ringo's field, but at the moment Truly's going out first thing in the morning while the morning jobs are done, and then last thing at night while the evening jobs are done, just until, I mean, she is completely settled and probably actually more settled than him, but there's nobody to go out on the other side with her at the moment, like next to her in the field. You can see it is really, really grim weather and not particularly nice. The dogs are like, what are we doing here? The doggies are like, literally, why are we here in this weather? They were so excited, and then they got out to the car to the weather and were like, less excited now. But anyway, Princess Pony in her pyjamas, and then Princess Boy should be over here in his as well. You've got loads of hay left. Wow, look at that. And he's really easy because he literally poops it. And he's so easy because he literally poops in a pile. So his mucking out is dead simple. You eaten all your breakfast? You have? You're not coming to say hello this morning? Still busy munching. I can't believe how much hay he's got left. He had his daytime nest at like 9 o'clock yesterday morning, and as I went to go and put the evening nets in at 5, they didn't really need topping up, but I've done them anyway. You can't get jealous of the Truly, Bridget. I'm gonna go in the field. Should we pop you out, guys? I want to put you on a time lapse so you can kind of see the turnout, but I don't know where. Stay at me. But I don't really know if I can this morning because it's literally tipping it down with rain. I might be able to put you over here. Let me have a go. You can kind of see there, so if I'm quick and turn her out, then all is good. There you are. Hi and morning. Hello. Let's turn your sister out. Is that where you've come out? Boy. Mummy literally looks like a thumb. I do. The bestie boy in the whole world. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice itches in the morning. Oh, thank you. Alright, let's get mucking out. I'll just show you Truly in the field because she literally hasn't moved. It's a little bit soggy. Just be out there for a bit. I'll muck you out and then you can come back in again. And I'll do the same with him, but he's gone New Zealand, so he can stay out for a little bit. Okay. Bridget, you're not to eat the horse. Such a beautiful girl. Oh, I do love her. She's such a little legend. Here we go. Bridget's scared. Okay, first time ever mucking out Truly. Let's go. Hey girls, are you going to poop it for me? Horse out. Oh, I can take my hood off now as well. I'm also doing everything in glove. Fingernails nice and clean. he's so good. He's only been here 2 days. He already knows he can't come out of his stable. That was such a good boy. Oh, bless them. The lady comes with her horse in a couple of weeks when hopefully she'll pal up with Truly and then they can go out next to each other and then life will be easy. Okay, so we're getting ready for feeding time at the zoo. I'm going to be getting all their dinners ready for this evening. So I thought I'd show you their new feeding routine for the second, and then if I need to change it as I go or change things up, then I can and I will. But this is what they are getting at the second. So I'm waiting to move everything into this bin in a second, as well as obviously I've got this bin from, which is, as well as obviously having this bin which is mine. We've got some bran. We've got the top spec linseed mash because Truly is quite poor condition wise, I'd say. She's looking very, very light. Her coat's gone incredibly dull just recently and she's just lacking everything that she should, she should be basically looking a little bit more chunky and a tiny bit more filled out at 2. And then in here I've got some Dodson and Horrell Builders mix as well, just to help with her, but obviously he's having a little bit of this as well, which won't harm him for the second. And then up here we have all of our supplements. So Ringo has this to help with his little cough, which actually, touching wood, not coughed in a while. And then of course we have the trusty Naked Horse products, which I will leave my discount code on the screen and the link in the description box as well will get you 10% off your whole order. So whether you're using the discount code or the link, you'll get your money off. Skin tonic, I just use a pump of this per meal for them all. So other than Gymnast, she's not having the Gymnast, so she doesn't need the Gymnast. But a Skin tonic, Gymnast, Hercules, and Buck Off. So Skin tonic. The Skin tonic is really, really good for like any skin conditions. It's amazing for a shiny coat and just like overall health. Gymnast, it says it's a nutraceutical joint supplement. And then Hercules is over here, which is really good for muscle building, maintenance and conditioning. This is really good and obviously will be amazing for her, trying to build a little bit more top line on her. And then the Buck Off is just like a calmer. And then the Buck Off is like a calmer, but it hasn't got anything bad in it. And all these products are human grade as well, so you know that your horse is having the absolute best. He also has some turmeric. I give him about half a scoop at breakfast and half a scoop at dinner as well. And then they have a good dash of linseed oil in there too. With all that in mind, gloves back on, let's get feeding. So 1 big bucket of this, and I'm putting about 1.5 scoops of the linseed mash in and then filling the bucket to the top with water. And I'm finding that's making 2 dinners and 2 breakfasts, but I'm doing big dinners and smaller breakfasts. She has pink bucket, he has red bucket. He is having a whole scoop of bran for dinner, and she's having about half a scoop of bran. She's been having nearly a whole scoop of the mix, about 3/4 of a scoop of the mix. And he's having about half because he doesn't need as much mix. Linseed mash takes 5 minutes to soak, so I'm just going to get all the supplements and stuff in while I wait for that to do its thing. I would love a cup of tea, please! Next up, respirator for Dingo. 1 skin tonic for her. 1 skin tonic for him. That one didn't come out quite properly in hers. Nast for him. 1 Hercules for both. Buck Off for him. And Buck Off for her. Turmeric in his. Splash of linseed oil in both for a nice shiny coat. My gloves would look like this, hence why I don't do it with my hands. So, what we have so far is a Truly's dinner minus her mash, and a Dingo's dinner minus his mash. And at the moment we've got, well, you can see how much dinner is in each, but they'll get to about there when they're filled up, bless them. And yeah, I'm going to leave those there for a second until our little pot of mash is ready, but it looks near enough ready now. It's getting there. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. Okay, next on my to-do list is to pop Truly's little pyjamas on. They've actually just got their ponyo fleeces on at the second because they are so cosy and so cute. Over the head. Come on, baby. We're getting cozy now. take it off again in a minute and put some collagen in your withers. Yeah. And then you've got that. Truly girl got her gym jams on. All the itchies. It is. Yeah. Okay, so the cream that I am using is this from Naked Horse, which is the collagen and kelp cream, and I'm just popping it on her withers because she does actually have, I've noticed like scurf around her wither, which wasn't there a couple of weeks ago, but I think it's like rain scald, so I'm going to pop some of this on and just see if it helps, because it's so itchy, bless her. It's not very nice, is it? No, it's all scurfy and scabby and not very nice. No, I know. Oh, you're so cute. Kiss. Mwah. You love a kiss, don't you? Right, let me back in them. Okay, next job is hay net. So we're going to go up into the hay barn. Just turn the little light on. And head up the steps. It's quite dark, so the camera might not show too much. But if I pop you guys here, you can have a little watch maybe. Also, I'm going to get the hay steamer on in a second. And this is going to be Ringo's night net. Bless them. I think I said to you earlier, I literally haven't touched their hay net since 5 o'clock yesterday, and they've still got like full nets, so they're definitely not eating a lot, which is good because it means I will save some money on hay. And this hay is actually so lovely that so far Ringo isn't coughing on it if it's steamed. I am steaming them for a little while longer, but I'm making sure that they're like wet nearly in steam. But he's not been coughing, which is wonderful. But I literally fill up these nets until I can't carry them, and I struggle with them, and then I know that they're full enough for the babies, which is what we like. So Ringo's hay net for tomorrow literally needs to be carried with 2 hands, but I'm going to throw that in the steamer now, just to hold it up around me. Pick up the string, and then we're good to go and put the steamer on and get going. I think other than now putting the top spec mash in my feeds, steaming this, waiting for that to steam, having a cup of tea, I think I'm done. And it's 10 AM, so I've been here since 7 to go and watch Oppenheimer at the cinema, so I'm very excited to see that. I'm very, very grateful because I'm actually not doing them this evening and I'm getting everything ready. And then I shouldn't be hungover tomorrow, so I might be up in the morning, but if I am hungover in the morning, I'm going to come up and do the afternoon shift tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, there's a little baby in the hay. The hay net's just about pushed down in, but I think the more it steams, the more I'll be able to push it down in, hopefully. But yeah, we're good to go. Steaming is beginning. Okay guys, well I've just come out from having the tea, and the hay gain, oh my god, it smells so, so good. So I'm just going to check that we're on the green up there, which we are. The hay net looks super, super steamed. So I'm going to leave it on there for a couple of minutes later, for a couple of minutes more, while I go and finish making these feeds. The other horses, so we've got a little bit more room to see everything going on. Okay. So Ringo's having 2 sweets. I didn't use a bit too much water in there today, but stop it from being so dusty. That's Ringo's 2 scoops. Julie has 1 bit. Enough for breakfast, scoop each for breakfast, and